Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Seagate Expansion 5TB USB 3.0 external hard drive. This is yet another example, in my opinion, of one of the better values in the market right now for those of you who are looking for large storage capacity drives, specifically the second largest available because 6 terabytes is where things top out at the best possible price. Now, I recently unboxed the Seagate Backup Plus, which carries a 2-year warranty, a different enclosure, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same drive that you'll find in here. This drive, on the other hand, only carries a 1-year warranty and does have a different enclosure. In fact, a much more subdued one. The other one has that whole blue design going. But if you look at reviews of these drives, they'll come up mixed. Some people will, with 100% confidence, tell you that both this as well as the Backup Plus are doomed simply because of the enclosure, and that happens to be the case with basically every manufacturer. And that's one of the reasons, unfortunately, that external drives carry shorter warranties and are generally less expensive. Now, I plan to actually take this out of the enclosure and use it as an internal drive. That is not what everyone else who's going to be purchasing it will be doing, but I wanted to let all of you know who are actually interested in what my purposes with the drive will be. And you can actually see the dimensions right there, but you'll see that as I get this out of the box right now. And I would say, I think I paid around $135, $140, but you can find this for even less. That's why this is, again, in my opinion, one of the best values you can possibly pick up if you need that 5 terabytes of storage. Whether it's backing up or simply dealing with mass media or mass content like myself, all the 4K footage I have from the channel here that I back up quite a bit of, these are incredibly useful, especially when you consider again that those internal drives, which are exactly the same as what we're looking at here, I believe this is a 5900 RPM drive, do price out at roughly $100 more. So the first thing we're going to have here, I believe, is a power brick. That's to be expected since this is external. And trust me, the last thing I need, and I'm sure many of you need, even though this is an external drive unboxing slash at least initial impression review, your power brick right there. The last thing I personally want is yet another thing to connect. I would much rather have an internal drive. That's, of course, if your system allows for it. Your USB 3.0 cable, of course, to connect this drive. And then last but not least, the drive itself, and I'm assuming some paperwork is going to come along with it for the ride. Yep, that appears to be it. So the drive itself, black matte finish, plastic enclosure. Personally, I like the look of this better than the high gloss. It's a little bit fancier, I would say, a little bit flashier, the Backup Plus. But remember, the real difference between this, the expansion line, and the Backup Plus is that 2 years with the Backup Plus, 1 year here with the expansion. And that's why this should be a little bit less expensive. Again, I'm pretty sure, I'll reiterate for the second time, that this does have the same exact drive inside it, a 5900 RPM 5 terabyte Seagate drive. But if anyone knows otherwise, please go ahead, post something in the comments, correct me. I want to get this right, obviously, especially if you are only interested in exactly what's inside, if you are going to be pulling it out like I am, as opposed to using it in the enclosure. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of these enclosures end up killing the drives, and that, again, is reflected by the manufacturer warranties. Not a secret, really. A little bit of paperwork for it, and that's pretty much it. So, of course, I will be putting this drive through the paces, much like its sibling, the Backup Plus, that I keep referring to because I unboxed that all of, I don't know, a week ago. And this is really just to revamp my internal storage and get ready for that new build that I've been teasing, the main gear machine based around the Titan Z X99. It is a micro board, as well as, of course, basically all the latest and greatest, the bells and whistles that current gen computing power has to offer. So storage, definitely a necessity for me. I'm sure for many of you it is as well, no matter what your personal use may be. And right now, this drive along with that Backup Plus are really the best way, best route, affordable route to getting 5 terabytes of storage, whether you want it internally or externally. Granted, if you want to rip it out of this enclosure, it's going to take some work, as well as you've got to be sure that it's compatible with your system. But I'm not going to get into that today. If those of you that are interested, I can always do another video. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.